Alright, thanks for stopping by. It's that time of the week again to give my foolish picks. Last week, I went 12 and 2 on my pro and college picks. Let's get the ball rolling. Hopefully get a really good week again, get into double digits. Starting off in college, take Notre Dame over Virginia Tech. I tell you what, Notre Dame's got the ball rolling. Michigan's 7-point loss to them does not look so bad now. It'd be interesting if they would play again in a neutral stadium now, how it would go. But Michigan lost that game. Notre Dame is playing very well. Take them to win over Virginia Tech. Another big game, LSU versus Florida. I think Florida is just one of those teams that gets into the rankings. Then they're going to start playing tougher games. They're going to lose. LSU there. Oklahoma in the Red River rivalry. I take Oklahoma over Texas. That game's usually pretty tight. It's kind of just like your classic rivalry game. You know, Michigan, Ohio State, even though one team is like far superior to the other one, it seems to be a close game a lot of times. Take Oklahoma there. Michigan over Maryland. I just think the Michigan offense will be able to break some plays. I also think Shea Patterson's a big X factor. Is Tariq Black going to come back next week? That's a big question. Don't look past Maryland, though. I think Michigan wins, but I don't think they're going to cover. I think it's going to be low scoring. I think the weather's going to be a factor. I'm taking them not to cover. MSU over Northwestern. I think Michigan got Northwestern's best shot last week. They were emotional after their running back, Larkin, had to medically retire. I think they're kind of spent now. They also had a bye week to prepare for Michigan. Again, they've only scored 13 points, Northwestern has. 13 points in 4 second halves this year. I think maybe it's up to 5 now, but I think they've only got 13 points, and Michigan didn't give them anything last week, so it stayed at 13 points so far in the second half this year. So they are not a team that seems to make good adjustments at halftime. So I take Michigan State there. Oh, Illinois versus Rutgers. Rutgers put up a good fight last week versus, I think it was Indiana. They put up a good fight, but Rutgers lost again. I think it's going to happen again. I think Illinois goes in. But this is really a coin flip, and because Rutgers is terrible and probably shouldn't be in the Big Ten, I'm just going to put Illinois in there. Ohio State over Indiana. Again, Indiana's a close team. They play Michigan really good. They play Michigan State really well. No one seems to play Ohio State very well, at least at the lower half of the bracket in the Big Ten East. So I think they'll just blow them away. Indiana doesn't have enough weapons or defense to stop Ohio State. Wisconsin, they kind of get a bye this week. They play Nebraska. How many more players are going to transfer out of Nebraska after this week? They lost one of their top players this week, said he was going to leave and go elsewhere. Who's going to be left in the Scott Frost Nebraska huddle? We'll see. But Wisconsin wins that. Iowa at Minnesota. That's a pretty good game. Minnesota just got beat up pretty good up at Maryland. So they might be kind of itching a little bit. Yeah, PJ Fleck kind of is he going to like motivate them and get them back on, or is Iowa? I'm going to take the solid Iowa. They were right in the game against Wisconsin. Wisconsin won that game. All props to them. I'm taking Iowa to win that game. Okay? Pro picks. We get Detroit hosting Green Bay. Ah, man, the Lions. With their backs against the wall, they were 0-2. New England came into town. Detroit shut them down and won to go 1-2. And people are like, oh, wow. We never thought Detroit was going to beat New England and Tom Brady. Then Detroit goes on the road, and in classic fashion, they take the lead, and then the defense gives it up. They gave up over 200 total yards to Zeke Elliott. Green Bay does not have a type of player like Zeke Elliott, but they do have Aaron Rodgers, who seems to wear a halo whenever he plays the Lions. So I'm not buying the back against the wall. I'm going to take Green Bay to win the game. Maybe I'll be wrong, but I just think, and then they'll kind of be the end of the Lions season. They'll be 1-3, and it's kind of just like done. Sorry, 1-4. It'll be 1-4 then, I think. And then it's like kind of done. I'm going to take Dallas, looking at the later games. Sunday night game, Dallas over Houston. Dallas I mean, if they can just stick with Zeke Elliott and not use Dak Prescott so much, I think they can be okay. Run the ball. Run the ball. Run the ball. That's what Michigan wants to do. That's what Dallas wants to do. So, I'm going to go with Dallas here. Houston just hasn't gotten into a good groove yet with Deshaun Watson back. I'm just going to take Dallas. Monday night game. You can watch as Drew Brees breaks the all-time passing record of Peyton Manning. He will lead New Orleans to a victory over Washington. So those are my foolish picks. Michigan, especially Michigan over Maryland, Michigan State over Northwestern, Green Bay over the Lions. What do you think? What games do you think I got wrong? Let me know in the comments below. Hey, thanks for checking in, and hopefully next week I'll give you my picks, and hopefully I'll have like double-digit wins again. All right, thanks, and if you like it, subscribe. Really like it? Thank you so much. And as always, go blue and enjoy the weekend. Hopefully it's a good one for the Michigans, Michigan, Michigan State, and the Lions. Hopefully they can all come out with a win this weekend. All right, talk to you later.